Hello, Barry, William Maglidity, and thanks for watching. Today I want to share with you what makes coaching so important to the culture in your organization, and equally too, why is culture so important? It's a really interesting one because for many years in business, I didn't pay too much attention to culture. I'm like, what's this culture thing? Like, I just got to sell, I just got to make sales, I got to make the money, pay the bills and bank the cash, and everything is all good. And it wasn't until later in life, after many challenges and struggles, I realized the importance of having incredible culture. And what I realized was one key thing. And that key thing is that if you, as a business owner, look after your staff well, your staff will look after your clients well. And in return, your clients will look after you well by paying their bills, by coming back again and again and again, and referring all their friends and family to buy your product and service. And I don't mean looking after your staff well by paying them a shitload of money, putting in a pinball machine, or filling the vending machine with free drinks. I mean creating a culture, creating an environment, creating a family that they want to belong to and they feel like they belong to. I remember going into work with an SEO company many years ago, and one thing that I found really unique there was a number of employees that had been there for 20, even 30 years. And one thing that I found really amazing is these particular employees weren't necessarily paid a high salary. They were on a good salary, yet they'd been offered more money many times to go elsewhere, and they never left. And that was a game changer for me because what I realized is that people don't actually leave careers for money. People don't leave jobs for money. People leave because their needs aren't being met. And it's Tony Robbins that talks about the methodology of the 6 core needs. And as human beings, we all have these 6 core needs. And we're always fulfilling them either resourcefully or unresourcefully. And the needs are, the first one is the need for significance, the need for certainty, right? So we all have a need for certainty. We all have a need to have some form of certainty in life, whether it's certainty in money coming in every week, whether it's certainty in belief in ourselves, whether it's certainty in having our own house. We all have a scale of certainty that's required. And typically 70% of the population is driven by certainty. 30% is driven by the second core need, which is uncertainty, variety, and adventure. So there's a need for variety and adventure. The third is a need for significance. And if we're not given significance, we'll go seeking significance. And they're the people that you don't want to hang around with. They're the people that you meet at a party and they just fucking always talk about themselves and you walk away feeling so drained. Versus other people at the party, you get away and you're like, oh my God, they're the most amazing person. And you realize they actually never said anything because they just listened and they just gave you significance. The fourth one is love and connection. We all have a need for love and connection. And the first 4 core needs, certainty, variety, significance, love and connections, what they say is more the needs of the human doing, the body, the embodiment, the being. And the last 2 needs are more so the needs of the spirit, which is needs for growth and need for contribution. We all have a need to be growing, green and growing, otherwise we're ripe and rotting, and the need for contribution, making a difference to something or someone outside of ourselves. Now, if your core needs aren't being met, you might be hanging around in a job or might have staff that are hanging around for their paycheck because there's a certain level of security there, certainty there, right? Yet, if you want to create a culture that not only allows you to attract A-grade prospects, A-grade staff, but also train them, build them, retain them in your organization, you need to implement coaching into your corporation, into your business, to create better culture. And coaching is not necessarily hiring someone like myself and my team, but coaching within your organization. How often do you meet with your staff to catch up and find out what's going on in their life, where they're at, what their goals are, what their dreams are, what their desires are, what they're stuck on, what they're struggling with? How often do you catch up with them to understand how they're going with their projects, how they're going on feeling like they're contributing to the team, feeling like they're contributing to the culture? Like, what is your structure and setup? I see a lot of people that are accidental business owners. They kind of fell into business and business took off and they just didn't realize that a lot of the basic stuff needs to be done. And building culture is really, really significant in building an incredible business that works beyond you and without you. And I've heard many super successful business owners talk about the need and how culture trumps strategy for breakfast. And the reason being is if you have a phenomenal culture of people that feel like they belong to something, that are inspired to contribute, to create something bigger than themselves, they will find a way. They will find a way to climb the mountain. They will find a way to build your business. They'll find a way to over-exceed on every KPI that you've got. But it doesn't matter how damn good your strategy is, if you've got a toxic culture, if you've got people that are not wanting to be there, that are not showing up on time, that are not looked after, not looking after each other, it doesn't matter how freaking good your strategy is, it's not going to be successful. It's not going to move forward because your people are going to be consciously and unconsciously self-sabotaging your success. So culture is really how do you bottle the DNA of yourself and your company? How do you create this systemizable magic that even if you're not at business, even if you're not turning up to your business, the company still operates as if you were there, right? So even if you leave for an hour, a week, a month, a year, your team and your company and your culture still operate to the same efficiency, effectiveness, love, care, generosity than if you were actually there. That's culture. And it doesn't happen because you put beanbags in the room, because you fill the vending machine with free drinks, or because you take them out for a drink on Friday night. It happens because you have a team aligned around a core vision, a core mission, and they all understand what are your company and business values, and they're all actively pursuing excellence around those values. And it's your responsibility as a business owner, as the leader, as the visionary, to install the culture within your organization. I think that as business owners, as business leaders, if we were to have one core responsibility outside of setting the vision, it's setting the drumbeat, it's setting alignment of the team and of the culture to deliver on that vision. And so that's it for me today. I wanted to share the importance of really coaching within your business. And if you're not currently meeting with your staff regularly, I highly recommend it. A good resource that will certainly help with this is Tribal Leadership. Buy the book Tribal Leadership. It will change your life and allow you to see your people and see their uniqueness and their magic in ways you've never seen before. So that's it for me. If you want us to help, by all means, please reach out. Myself and the team at the Game Changers are more than happy to run trainings for you and for your organization to help lift and improve the culture. Otherwise, buy Tribal Leadership. It's a bloody good place to start. And remember that your job as a business owner is to create the vision and set the drumbeat, align the team to that vision, and work with them and coach them to constantly be better versions of themselves. Barry William Maglinetti from the Game Changers. Thanks for watching, and I'll look forward to seeing you on the next one. Bye for now.